Logan's heart soared with happiness. He had finally unlocked the next level of the heavenly golden body physique. He had felt incredibly weak when he first arrived on Earth, but now it was getting easier for him. It was like he was connected to an unknown power source. Logan ducked away from an incoming fireball. Logan had paused to celebrate, but the Goblin King's commander Joran simply wouldn't halt its attacks on Logan. So, Logan shook off thoughts of his success and refocused on the battle. He reviewed his stats and all the system alerts. His flickering steps skill was no longer active, and thanks to the stat increase he obtained from the Heavenly Golden Body skill, his agility was now at 115 points. He had a slight edge over the Goblin King's commander Joran, whose agility was at 100 points. Logan's mind raced with various strategies as he thought to himself, "When I get close, the Goblin King uses its battle axe. When I'm at a distance, it changes to the book. The only time Goblin King's commander Joran didn't stick to this pattern was when it used its Firestorm skill." Logan sped up and launched himself at Goblin King's commander Joran. Even though he could not close the distance as effectively as when Flickering Steps was active, he still achieved close combat range with the Goblin King's commander relatively quickly. The Goblin King's commander Joran took out its battle axe and prepared to attack Logan. As Logan rushed forward, the monster swung its battle axe downward, as if it were trying to split Logan in two. Logan sidestepped the battle axe and it crashed down onto the platform, forming a crater. Now that Logan had his natural advantage of agility again, he decided to become ruthless with his assault. Logan hefted his sword above his head as if he were performing an ancient sword dance. Although his movements were basic, he had mastered them to the point of perfection. Goblin King's commander Joran's energy was dropping at a steady pace. It was already below 50%. The battle axe in Goblin King's commander Joran's hands vanished. As Logan predicted, the axe was replaced by a book. The goblin screamed, "Puny human, burn!" Logan recognized those words. The monster used the same words the last time it used his Firestorm skill. Logan hastily retreated to the edge of the circular platform, where he knew he could avoid the fire. But the fire had already started raining down from overhead. A flame struck Logan, and he brushed it away, cursing under his breath. He lost 100 energy points from that single hit. Logan rushed to the edge of the platform, and then paused to think to himself. Just as I feared. Without Flickering Steps, it's impossible to make it to the edge of the platform without some damage. Luckily, it wasn't much. Logan waited for the firestorm to die down before going back into the fight. He had taken a hit from it, and his energy was compromised. He was starting to lose hope when suddenly he heard the sound of a door swinging open. Logan glanced over at the open door and noticed a familiar face. Garrett, the player who had assigned him the quest, entered the room. He had finally arrived. Garrett looked directly at Logan, and a friendly smile appeared on his face. "Fellow adventurer, I've finally found you! Have you located the Relic of Power yet?" Garrett dashed towards the circular platform that Logan stood on. As Garrett approached, he noticed a barrier that prevented him from moving further. He stepped in front of the barrier with a small frown on his face. Logan shouted in his direction, "I have yet to find the Relic of Power." Garrett shouted back, "Then I shall continue to search." Garrett moved quickly, searching every corner of the room as Logan fought the monster. As Garrett continued with his search, Logan pounced on the Goblin King's commander Joran with his sword, which glowed with a light blue aura. It connected with the body of the monster and made a deep gash across its torso. The spirit voice announced an update.
Goblin King's commander Joran has entered an enraged state. His attack and magic has been increased by 100%.
The Goblin King's commander Joran's eyes turned blood red as it entered an enraged state. The monster held up one of its hands and pulled out its book in the other. The creature's eyes reddened with rage and it looked up to the sky.
"My king, Grant me strength!
A sudden blow hit Logan. Logan was caught off guard with no time to retreat from the attack. His energy was depleted, but he remained calm and under control. He pulled out a health potion and gulped it down, regaining some of his lost health. He activated the shadow movement skill after that and turned himself into a shadow. He made his way to the edge of the circular platform with great speed, but took another hit on the way there. His energy was dangerously low, down to 60 points. One more hit could mean death. Logan worried to himself. When was the last time I got so close to death? Logan was grateful for all the health potions he had picked up from the monsters he eliminated earlier in the game. The boss monster's enraged state was really troublesome. Not only had he gained an immense damage boost, but his strength and abilities had increased overall. Logan made a promise to himself at that moment. If he survived this battle, he promised himself he would create some new skills. Now that Logan knew that the game could generate a skill as powerful as the Heavenly Golden Body Physique, he had great confidence in the possibilities of it. He wanted to create a wide variety of skills, so that in the future, he could have more options in unfavorable situations such as this. There was still another minute left before Logan could use another healing potion, but he was so weak, it felt like the longest minute ever. Logan had been in countless battles of life and death, yet he always came out on top by never accepting defeat as a possibility. He only had one option left, which was to fight until the end. Logan leapt forward again with his sword held over his head, and with 2 final strikes, he slashed the Goblin King Commander Joran's neck twice. The spirit voice chimed in Logan's ear.
Goblin King's Commander Joran has taken a critical hit. Congratulations, player Logan. You have defeated Goblin King's Commander Joran.
The Goblin King's Commander Joran's eyes turned black and beady.
No, my king, I have failed.
He fell over onto the surface of the platform, defeated. The spirit voice announced Logan's new stats.
Congratulations, player Logan. You have leveled up to level 12, gained a skill point, and conquered Goblin's Paradise. You are the first player to clear Goblin's Paradise. Would you like to announce it to the world?
Logan inspected the Goblin King's loot. There were 12 silver coins, 1 vial of Goblin's essence, and 1 pair of commander boots. Logan added the commander boots to his inventory. He was a bit disappointed that he did not get any other rare items, but he was glad he gained a skill point. Skill points were not easy to come by. Logan thought about whether or not he wanted to announce his victory to the world. The world already knew he had defeated the Shadow Wolf, so he figured he didn't have anything to hide. Logan puffed out his chest and responded with confidence. Announce it. The spirit voice chimed.
Player Logan has cleared the dungeon named Goblin's Paradise. He has been rewarded for his efforts.